Morning dears, happy bank holiday Monday. I am going to do a little workout for a lower part of my face today, for all of that, the neck, and I hope you can join me. First we start with warm up for the shoulders. It's a good thing to do, as you know. Releasing any tension. If you've been asleep, maybe you want to also move your limb, get up on your toes a few times. And then once you warmed up your shoulders, stepping them behind you, moving them side to side, trying to anchor the hips if possible. And then up and down. Again, make sure your tail doesn't lift, like this doesn't happen. Lifting your head, that's my personal reminder to me. And if this doesn't work, as in the clasp, you can always do this. And this. But anything that keeps your shoulders clasped like this and opens the chest is always a good thing to do, yeah? Your arms come behind the shoulder line. Soften your knees. Make sure this does not happen. And then number 3 along the same lines, opening here. Also note this. Tuck in a bit under, the tail's dropping down here. Feeling a stretch here. Super. Now we're going to stretch the trapeze actually. So first stage is lifting the shoulder. We're going to squeeze this together. Lift the shoulder, bring your head, your ear rather, to your shoulder. Still breathing while you squeeze, and maybe 20 seconds you hold here. Try not to tense so much. Yes, we are compressing, but not tensing. And then drop that shoulder down, bring your arm behind you, and stretch away. And now I release, other side, compression. Relax the other arm. You can put it in your chair if you like. And after, say, 20 seconds of compression, arm behind, lift, lengthen. Very nice. Now we're going to come to bring the skin under the collarbone, or rather the lower point of attachment to your platysma muscle, to an immobile state so that there is a stretch, and then you're going to, feeling that tension along this line, move your head. Very gentle. Small circles. And then we go to the other side. Find a place where you move your head. There is a tension along that line. Maybe you have to pull it down a bit. work with a bit of tension along this line, not just moving your head. Look for the tension, this stretching, yeah? Between 30 seconds, and then we hold here. Cross if you'd like, or anchor like this if you have access to dry, open skin. And semicircles with your chin lifted. Again, there's tension along this line here. Super. Now, you can place your hand here and nod your head a couple of times like this, finding this muscle, SCM, sternocleidomastoid. And once you found it, maybe just keep stretching it a few times. Hope you can see where my hands are. Making sure you don't grip so that you feel like you're going to strangle yourself. And your hands are on the muscle. And I'm trying to, if you have access, particularly for those of us who are older and heavier in this part of the face, here it can be difficult to grab it, but do your best to place your fingers on the actual muscle you see on this ropey thing, and we go along you. And then it's also nice to try to move it while you're holding it. Quite a nice stretch. Also, when something is tense, trying a bit of a vibration is a good idea. Super. Other side. Find the rope. And a good idea is not to bring your fingers vertically in, but try to locate them horizontally, not so much horizontally, but rather than dig in like this with the fingertips, you try to position your fingers like this along the muscle fibers, yeah? So it's not like that, it's like this, yeah? Still breathing, being watchful of any tension that arises in the shoulder. And then the massage. And then again, not fanatic here, being nice and careful. Kneading, like if you're making bread, if anybody still does that manually, not in a Thermomix. Oh, this is nice. It's a gift to myself, this little video. And then hold the muscle and try to make movement that stretches the muscle. The vibration also helps. And if you ended up with a little bit of tension in the back of your neck while you were doing all this is a good idea. One arm at a time if this is less tension. Now we're going to work with this and this. want somewhere to put your elbows on. And we're going to dig in. Hopefully you don't have nails. If you do, just try to position the finger pad so that they don't dig in. Actually, this desk is a little bit too high, but if yours is okay, so I'm gonna hold my shoulders here. But if you have a desk or table that allows you to not do that, you see? You can use your desk. And I allow my fingertips, my finger pads to go into the flesh here a bit. And then you move your head so that your fingers kind of massage the space here and melt themselves in. And then we separate them a bit. We're going to go along the full jawline here. Try not to tense. Again, a desk would be a super good idea because otherwise the shoulders go up a bit. But I'm here and I'm committed now. Also, I just lifted the chin a bit, maybe not so much. Draw the chin down a bit. Nice and soft, yeah? All the way to the ear. Super. Now, we're going to stretch the masseter. Actually, let's find the masseter first. So, this is the angle of the jaw, yeah? And this is the cheekbone. So this here is your masseter, the muscle you use to chew. And if you place your finger under the cheekbone and clench your teeth, you will feel that there's a bulging going out to the side. This is the masseter muscles. This is the masseter muscle fibers. And it's easy to find here because it attaches here. So let's say if you go here, you clench your teeth, you'll feel the muscles to the side. And there's just a hole here. The muscle is here, yeah? So once we've located the muscle, maybe placing the fingers on, a little bit of vibration. Just to relax those fibers before we begin the stretch. And now, so the muscle goes from here to here, yeah? And we're going to try to anchor that point of attachment where it goes on the jaw here. And we're going to stretch in this direction. So for that to happen, the fingers need to anchor this point that attaches to the jaw. Your hands are here resting on the bone. So my palm is actually creating a bit of pressure so that this is not moving. And then I'm going to open my mouth and lift my face a little bit, creating a stretch along this diagonal line. So the hand stays there, doesn't push forward, doesn't slide, there's no cream on you. So I'm tilting my chin a little bit up and I'm opening my mouth. So there is a stretch along this diagonal line, along this line, yeah, again. You see the bulge? Along this line is where we're creating the stretch. It's a beautiful, beautiful exercise. You can close your eyes if you wish. And relax. Right. Move so the sun is a bit more even. This way is better. Okay, now a super exercise for lifting this whole side face. Oh, actually, no, wait, one more before we do that. We're going to now relax the the temporal muscle. So the chewing muscle, this one, masseter, we used to chew, but also we use this one here on the temples. So if you place your hands on the temples like this, so your palms go next to the ears, or even cover the top of your ear, you can still hear me, but the top of the ear is covered. And now you clench your teeth. You will feel that there is a bulge underneath here. Not this one that we saw before. So your hand is higher, and it's more subtle here, but you should be feeling just above the ears here, near the temples. It's called temporal for a reason, yeah? You will feel a bulge. So that we know where that bulge is, I'm going to open the mouth slightly and quite firmly with the palm. The fibers are going diagonal like this. Quite firm, yeah? You're not just stroking your hair. Superb. Now, massaging this whole line and behind and in front of the ear, so that the temporal muscle and also auricular muscles, the ones that are around the ears, get a bit of. Should we start on this side? It's easier for me. So fingers under the jaw and over the jaw, and we go. This is no oil, quite deep technique. And then you continue all the way up. One hand behind the ear, another one is in front of the ear, all the way up to the top of the head, yeah? 3 times. Did I do 2, 3? I think I did. Okay, this side. One hand under the jaw, another one on top. One hand behind the ear, another one in front. Dig in quite deep. Three times. And now, again, there's no oil. This is deep. Don't worry about stretching the skin. We're going to move all of that upwards. Nice and slow, even slower. Release very slowly. You see how it drops? Don't just snap it. Nice and slow. Release. Slowly we release. And on the other side. Nice and slow. One hand behind the ear, one in front, all the way up. Now just sliding on the hair, continuing to press quite firmly until you get all of this up. And release. Beautiful stuff. Massage the ears a bit. Now last segment we're going to do. It's not the full face workout, this one. This is lower face, but it's quite profound, yeah? So we'll do up to here. So here, This is going to be difficult for me to talk while I have it, so I'm going to do this with my lips. You've seen me do this type of practice before. This one is going to be with resistance. So I'm holding my lips open, I'm stretching them out into a string. But at the same time, I'm going to apply resistance, trying to bring my mouth into an O shape. So my hands are doing this, but my mouth wants to do this. So you see, I'm stretching it out with my hands. I'm holding it, creating resistance, but the action of my muscle is to go in. So the muscle works while it's stretched, and this is a very good technique that allows you to relax after you've done it. And then number 3, while all of that is happening, if that's not too much of a head trip, if it is, just keep it there. We're also going to create a vibration. So maybe do that for 10 seconds and relax. Blow a raspberry. That was. You see how lips are beautifully relaxing afterwards? Super vibration. 2 more times. Creating resistance and vibration. Relax. Last time. Beautiful. Like, you see how lips have just opened up? I have quite small lips, so this is good. Beautiful stuff. Last one we're going to do is a cheek roll. We're going to take a fold from the jawline. All of this is relaxed now, so we can do that. And roll the fold up to the cheekbone. And once we're at the cheekbone, we're going to sort of vibrate it lightly side to side to relax that attachment point. So not like this. You see? This is a silly, stretchy pinch, a full roll. Fingers are parallel, not like this. Yeah, this is not what we're doing. Full length. Take that roll up to the cheekbone. You get to the cheekbone. You vibrate a bit. Still breathing, my friends. Relax gently. 2 more times. Fingers are deep to the bone. Gently relax. Last time. Get to the bone. Relax. 3 more times on this side. Still breathing. Gently relax. Breathing still, yeah? Relax.